everyone, welcome back. Today's video is all about this look. I've got a beautiful bold vampy lip that I paired with a simple winged eye. This makeup will be perfect for the fall and winter seasons, and I can show you how to get this trendy lip without breaking the bank. So I'm going to show you how I achieved this look by simply mixing a lipstick that I had with a black liner. If you'd like to see how I achieved this look, let's get started. Hey guys. Okay, we are going to begin by moisturizing our lips. We will be applying a lip product later, and then I'm going to matte out the lip product. So to keep the lips looking and feeling moisturized, I'm moisturizing with a chapstick. Next, I'm applying a primer. I'm using the Benefit POREfessional primer today, and I am prepping my face for the Born This Way foundation that I used in the previous video. Also, in the previous video, I did mention that if you're using this foundation, you're going to want to prime. You're going to want to cover any of those, imperfections that you may have, the larger pores, lines, wrinkles, all of that, because this foundation may settle into it. So I'm doing that. Next, I'm going to be applying my foundation. And as I did in the previous video, I'm going to actually shear it out a little bit by applying a little bit of Fix Plus to my brush before I blend in the foundation. Again, this shears it out, keeps it looking flawless, and applies very easily as well as blends out like a dream. If you guys are wondering what brush I'm using the Sigma Flat Top Kabuki F80 brush to blend out this foundation, and I'm loving it for this foundation. Let me know in the comment section if you guys have used this Born This Way foundation and what you guys think. Do you feel like you have to put a primer on? Are you fine without a primer? Does it last you? Is it, does it oxidize? And what do you think about the finish? Because I am loving it so far. I love the finish, and I love the way that it looks really nice and pretty natural on the skin. Here I'm working on my eyebrows. I like to brush the hairs down. This will let me see where, I have any sparse areas that I need to fill in. Also, I get a better idea of where I want to draw in my arch, how I want to outline the eyebrows. And then I do the same thing for the bottom. So I brush them back up. And again, I get to see all of, the sparse areas and where I need to outline. Now I'm applying my favorite concealer trick, which is really a foundation. This is the Maybelline Dream Matte Mousse Foundation that I pick up in light number 2. It's a classic ivory family. And I apply it in underneath my eyes. This fills in, any areas that I need filled in, and it really does conceal and brighten at the same time. So that's an awesome trick if you guys want to try it out. Here I'm prepping my eyelids for the shadows. I'm using the MAC Pro Longwear Concealer. You can use any concealer for this. It doesn't have to be a high-end expensive one. Prepping your eyes with a concealer as opposed to just a regular eye primer will help greatly in really evening out that area. If you have veins, dark spots, red spots, any kind of discoloration in that area, prepping it with a concealer will again even everything out. Your eyeshadows will pop and they will stick on and stay on longer than they would if your eyes were not prepped at all. This is a trick to make blending out a lot easier. Pick up a little bit of powdered foundation or a shadow that's very close to your skin tone and brush it right along the entire lid, top to bottom. Sweeping some shadow onto the lid prior to applying any of your eyeshadows will help eliminate any of the tackiness from the concealer, and it'll help all of your eyeshadows blend out a lot easier. I'm keeping my eyes super simple because I'm working with a bold lip today. I'm applying a little bit of soft brown into the crease just to warm it up a little bit, add a little bit of dimension without the eyes looking super flat. So I'm going to do that. I'm blending it in with a big fluffy brush, which is the best way to apply light base shadows or shadows that are going to be for transitioning. Keeping it pretty simple, I'm going to highlight the brow bone and the inner quarter of the eye with MAC Shroom. You can use any light shadow that you have. I'm going over some of that shadow with a blending brush just to blend out any harsh edges and to blend the two shades together. Now I'm applying that same Shroom shadow to the inner corner of the eye. This will make that area pop, and it'll also highlight it. I decided to go with a simple wing liner today, and I'm using this Maybelline gel liner in Blackest Black, and I'm applying this with a gel liner brush from Sigma. As you can see here, I start from the outer corner of my top lid, and I'm drawing a line from the outer corner towards the tip or the end of my eyebrow. Now I'm not going all the way up, I'm going about halfway, and then I go back and bring that wing in to form a triangle. Now that I've connected the wing, I'm going to go back in and fill in that area that's blank. It's the area between the lash line and the gel eyeliner that I just drew in. Now that my wing is filled in, I'm going back towards the inner corner and I'm connecting all of that liner together. Today I wanted to play around with some individual falsies. If you don't want to commit to a full lash band, if you're new to false lashes and you want to experiment with something a little bit more natural, the individuals are a perfect option for you. They are a lot easier to apply, and you really have the freedom to be as creative as you'd like with these. If you want a more dramatic cat eye-like lash, you can apply a few of the falsies to the outer corners of the eyelashes, or if you want more of a full voluminous lash, you can apply them all across the lash line. It's really up to you, and I really do like the fact that, you can be as creative as you'd like with these. Here I'm applying my favorite concealer at the moment, which is made by Motives for Lala, and it's the Color Perfection Quad in medium. And I'm blending this concealer out with a damp beauty blender. Now that I'm finished concealing and highlighting, I'm going to go ahead and contour. I've taken an old Maybelline blush brush and I've trimmed the top to make it a flat top. This will fit perfectly into those areas that I need to contour, especially under the cheekbones. So I picked up some of the Anastasia Beverly Hills contour kit and I've used the shades Java and Fawn. And I'm using the brush that I've just created to apply that underneath the cheekbones. This will bring the cheekbones up a little bit and slim your face. Creating your own dense flat top makeup brush using, an old makeup brush that you've had is a great way to recycle your product and to save a little bit of money. Because I know that NARS Eat a brush that is very similar is very expensive. So if you want to achieve, something like that by using what you have and saving money, this is definitely a great tip for you. Picking up those same powders with a different brush, I'm applying it to the temples to contour them. And as you can see, I applied a little too much. It definitely needs to be blended out. That was my oh shit moment. So here I'm just applying the rest of the product, and then I'm going to actually take a duo fiber brush and blend out all of that product that I used to contour. To set that concealer and to brighten up the under eyes, I'm applying the Laura Mercier Translucent Loose Powder. Again, I'm applying that right into the under eye area, and then I'm going to give myself a nice highlight underneath the contour to make that contour really pop. I also decided to add a little bit of that powder around my mouth area. This will help set any of the concealer in the foundation and prevent my laugh lines from becoming super obvious throughout the day. For blush, I'm using a favorite of mine, which is MAC Mocha. It's a beautiful plummy pink, and again, it has a matte finish. This blush is seriously amazing. It's so diverse. It goes so well with so many different makeup looks, and it is such a great everyday blush for a variety of skin tones. For highlight, I'm applying this Estee Lauder Signature 5-Tone Shimmer Powder. This is in Brown Shimmer number 2, and I picked this up at the Cosmetic Company store, which is located in the outlets. It's a discount makeup store. It can be hit or miss. Sometimes I go in there and I find some amazing products like the Shimmer Brick, and then other times I won't find anything. This was a great find. It is a bronzer, and on the very top it has a gorgeous champagne tone that I use as a highlight. I'm going over the areas that I applied that translucent powder with a duo fiber brush just to blend everything out. Now it's time for the star of the show, the lipstick. Today I'm using Rebel by MAC. It is a beautiful, deep, berry plum vampy shade. This lipstick is a satin finish lipstick, which means it applies nice and creamy, and it's also very hydrating for the lips. This is a buildable lipstick, which means that it applies a lot more sheer when you first apply it, and it will take a couple more applications to get the tone that's closer to how it looks in the tube. I wanted to get that vampy look without having to go out and purchase a new lipstick. So I took the darkest lipstick that I had, which is this Rebel lipstick, and I added a bit of a black creamy eyeliner, mixed it together and applied it that way. It might sound weird, but this is a really great way to deepen any lipstick that you are already working with. I did mix the two together, and now I'm applying it with a lip brush. Using a lip brush initially will make it easier to line the lips. I'm now using my finger to pick up a little bit more of that product and evenly distribute it. This also helps to blend out a lot of that product. And this is the shade that I got. I was really happy with it. I think next time I'll go just a little bit darker, but this was a good start. I'm really into the matte lips, so I'm going to matte them out using my translucent powder. This is a great way to make any lipstick matte. You pick up a little bit of that translucent powder and tap it right onto the lips. It's as simple as that. And this completes the look. I hope you guys have enjoyed. If you do have flawless skin, however, no.